I'm Turk Strongman at Theron Q Ramacharaka. Thank you for selecting this video on reaction videos. Before I continue, I need to put these sunglasses on because that's pretty bright coming in the window. All right. Before I continue, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and do that now. Might as well activate the notification bell feature at the same time. You can give this video a thumb up right now, too, because you might forget to do it later. I hope you want to do it later, so I'll have to remind you again. Share the joy of the channel with others. What am I talking about? What was I talking about? Reaction videos. I notice this is an increasing thing, or maybe I'm just increasingly noticing it. But I think it's kind of a new thing on YouTube. Reaction videos. Specifically, I mean, the majority of it that I see, or they keep showing up in my queue, is black people, rappers, hip-hoppers, or just black people in general, reacting to music videos. Music videos that in large, well, they're rock and roll. And they're 60s and 70s rock and roll. Mostly. Psychedelic rock and roll. And, you know, the reactions are always fantastic. I mean, at least at this point, the requests that are given to them in comments for what to react to next is pretty good material. Not all such music is so great, you know, but the reactions are really great, and it's great stuff. Also, the general consensus is always among white people who grew up, who were kids, teenagers, and so forth when this music was fresh. We've always thought this is really good stuff, and it turns out it is. And now there's the confirmation. The other group of people, other than the black people, the black community, who are reacting very positively, there are the white, classically trained musicians, vocalists, who are reacting. And their reactions are always great too. But it's the black people that I'm focusing on here, in large. See, I keep hearing about a pending, a coming, a developing civil war in the United States. And it's a race war. It's going to happen. It's just around the corner. It's building up. And I take that to be black versus white, I guess. Caucasian versus Afro-American. Whatever's the right way to say it. I don't know the right way to say it. I don't care about the right way to say it. Black people versus white people. Excuse me. Well, I don't know, man. Where I live, I don't see that. I don't see it. But I hear about it. Not among the people around town. But YouTube stuff. News. Whatever. All right. That kind of place. These kind of places. All right. Well, I don't want that to happen. What the hell? That would be just stupid, wouldn't it? That'd be just downright stupid. But I can understand it because, you know, humanity seems to be pretty stupid. Kind of annoying. Anyway, yeah, this music that's being reacted to, though, see, that music unites. And black people are discovering us now. The internet has made it available. And at last, they've come around, understanding the magnificence of this, some of this music, you know, the awesomeness of it, the unusual awesomeness of it. The music was conscious, and it's changed, it shaped lives, I'll tell you. a lot of these bands that are being reacted to, I've seen when I was a teenager. I went to see them. You know, it was a common thing. That was a thing to do, man. That was one of my favorite activities as a teenager, going to see these bands play when they would come around, either to the Harrisburg Farm Show building or to the Hershey Stadium, Hershey Arena, yeah, in Pennsylvania. There's a lot of that. Or Philadelphia, JFK Stadium. Is that JFK? Yeah, I believe it is. Yep. All right, so here I am watching like the other half of the country's population realizing this and hearing it for the first time and having these reactions. And see, I remember in my early 20s when I lived in New York City. This was late 70s, phasing into the 80s. Boom boxes were becoming, well, they had been a big deal all through the 70s in New York City. And eventually it got to the point when a lot of times after dark in the neighborhood I lived in, the Lower East Side, back then known as Alphabet City, and people were carrying boom boxes, white people and black people, largely black people, and some Puerto Ricans. They were carrying gigantic boom boxes, you know, the classic look, man, from the 70s, and bell-bottom pants, a hat, and a gigantic-ass boom box, you know. You hold this thing like this, man, and you point your speakers away from you, and they're huge, you know, like 4 of them, or at least 2, big mothers, and everybody on the whole block, there might be 30, 40 of these things, all turned all the way up, or seemingly so, and every block in the neighborhood, same thing. Most of them all to the same radio station, which was broadcasting the music of the day. Now, it would be all mixed together. Like, it would go from Grandmaster Flash, The Message, don't push me because I'm close to the edge. Right? And then What People Do for Money. These are rap songs. This was early rap. This was when rap was rap. This was rap. I didn't like it too much, but a few of them were really cool. The earliest ones, like Grandmaster Flash, Don't Push Me, and What People Do for Money. I forget who did that. And then next thing you have Blondie, you know, with Deborah Harry singing, doing Rapture. My God, that was now, see, that was a white people doing rap really well, extremely well. All right. Well, then the next thing on the radio might be on this radio station with all these boom boxes on the streets, you know, between high buildings. In that neighborhood, most of them were 6 stories high, just lining the streets. Every block, every street. All right. Tenement buildings. These boom boxes, man, it would be like a giant boom box. Just the block would be a giant boom box, and if you turn the corner, same thing. You know, it's like, wow. There was that comprehensiveness to it a few times, but you know, the spirit of what I'm saying was always there at night for a couple of years. And then there would be the Dire Straits, come on, you know, the Walk of Life. And then there'd be something by Pink Floyd, like Comfortably Numb, or, Comfortably Numb, usually, or Money. And then back to something like Grandmaster Flash. Anyway, it was a mix of rap, psychedelic rock and roll, new wave, and punk all together. But then there was a division that occurred. It was either rap, which evolved into R&B, which is an old name, reassigned to something a little different now, and then hip hop. There was that track, that course, or there was the continuation of the white guys' music, which kind of went downhill because that original stuff was really unbeatable. All right. And the two didn't meet very well for a long time, but now they are. Now it's the black people haven't come back around by way of the internet, and it's a growing trend now. So I don't really like the idea of reaction videos. Maybe I said that in a video here before on my channel. Especially when people are reacting, white or black, it doesn't matter. I'm largely thinking of white people now in the reaction videos. They're reacting a lot to cover songs or cover music, or somebody playing the drums, and it's all covers of other people's compositions, which is kind of like the fake. I don't really like the idea of doing a lot of cover music. Sometimes it's cool when a band, plays an oldie their way, That can be cool, keep a good old tune alive like that. But, okay, reacting to stuff that's current, covering something that's current and putting it on YouTube and in the name of, people watch it and talk about the talent. What talent? Nobody else can play like that. Well, what about the person who played it in the first place and created it? It's just, there's a lack of originality there. And then reacting to that. Why? Reacting to it. The covering was a reaction to the original. The covering, the cover tune, right? The cover player. And then to react to that. This is too much reaction. Not much action. It's just, why react to somebody reacting by covering something else? Why react? But what's going on now? It just occurred to me. This black people, across the divide, the musical divide, for so long now, hearing for the first time the old white people music. The 60s and 70s, from psychedelic on up through mid-70s, late 70s. Wow. And the reactions I'm seeing? Well, it feels good to me. At first I didn't want to like it much. Because I thought, well, yeah, where the hell have you guys been? What the hell? What were you doing with that other stuff? You missed this. You just missed this. And now, you can't go back. We can't go back to then. All we have is these videos. That's it. And the reaction is like it is. A really great reaction, I'm seeing. Really a great reaction, like it's just blown away. Amazed. Totally involved. The difference, though, experiencing it then, or just earlier in life than it's being experienced now by the black people, earlier in their own lives, just even that, like it was for us, experience it right there, in that atmosphere, that mental mindset, that social atmosphere, the whole bit. What a difference in reaction. Response. But that's missed now. That's not even possible. There's just the ability to imagine it. But look, this music is bringing people together, you see. It's bringing people together no matter what. And I'm really impressed about the black people reacting so well to this stuff. I even want to say thank you. Because for me, I think back on that stuff and it's sad to me. Because it's gone. And these videos, for me, I like to hear them. I like to hear that old music, but it makes me sad too. It makes me sad because it reminds me of, I guess, how old I am. That's one thing. How long ago that was. That's all. Just, that was long ago, man. I barely remember it anymore. But I know how it affected me. I remember that, the extent of it. I can remember that. And there's been a continuity from then till now. Yeah, but it's a long one. It's getting long. And if I keep holding all that fresh in my mind at this point, it's like not letting go of the past by now. And I don't want to let go of that. And that was good stuff. But I see that music uniting blacks and whites, even just a little, to whatever extent it is doing that. And I like it. I like it. And if there's this pending war going on, this civil war, right here at home in the United States, another one. But this time not against one region, not one region against another. Or political thing, like the North versus the South in the Civil War. But this time, race. Black versus white, I guess. I don't know what else it could be. Blacks and Hispanics against white. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Well, that's division, all right. Divide and conquer. Son of a bitch. Yeah. That would open the door for conquering both of us, or both of our races, by somebody else. Some other group. Some specific group. White or black. Pink. But this music unites. So I'm happy to see this for more reason than one. I'm happy to see it. And I encourage it right now. I do. Especially if it's going to prevent war. Even if there is no such thing pending or building up, but we're just told that, or it's a rumor that's taken on its own momentum now. Well, such things can bring things about. One can be the cause for the actual thing that's being talked about. The talking about it can be the cause of it, can be a major factor in getting it, the train rolling anyway. So, keep these reactions going. You classically trained people, and you hip-hop people, and you rap people, and you black people, black rap people, people in a black rap. Keep doing it. Do it because you can't get enough of it. But remember also, like Johnny Rotten said, rock and roll is a bad idea. It has had some bad effects, but not the original stuff. No, I don't think so. But do it because you just can't get enough of it, and maybe to prevent war, okay? That'd be nice. Did you like the video? Give it a thumb up. Told you I was going to remind you. Share the joy of the channel with others. Subscribe. Get notified. I'm Turk Strongman at the Ron Q. Ramatraga. Go forth. With the music!